What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in another video on the channel, and today we went to Juicy Platters. Juicy Platters is a halal restaurant that I've been eating at for a very long time. I haven't been here in a while, and I went and saw the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm not joking. So I wanted Juicy Platters to make myself feel better, but we got our halal platter. I got a pita, which I always put like a billion different toppings and stuff in there because that's not how it comes. I also did an order of their honey barbecue wings. I don't want anything spicy. I don't know why. And then I got an order of their hummus. I like their hummus, but I do have a gripe, and I'm going to say that before the video even starts. Listen, if I pay $7 for some hummus, okay, because this costs like $7.99, I believe it costs. You can't just give me one of these, bro. What am I going to do with the rest of that? Like, that's not, look, listen, I've spoken to the guy who runs the place. If you watching, bro, we got to do something about that. I'm going to be honest with you. $7 for this. I understand we're in a recession, but that's all the negative. I'm going to get it all out of the way. Then I'm going to get to the negative about this movie. But like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that cringy YouTube stuff. Let me put my platter together. The platter doesn't come with the white sauce on it. You get the white sauce on the side, so you can put as much or as little as you want to. People who don't know what white sauce is, it is like this peppery, mayonnaise-y, oily, garlicky deliciousness that you put on platters. I have no other explanation. A lot of people like to drown their stuff in the white sauce, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm one of those people. So if you see me adding more, just know that I did that on purpose. There's no anything about that. That was just a matter-of-fact statement. People like to use the hot sauce, but I go on as is. I'm also, for some reason, I think I had it like because I had some sour punch throws. Maybe I don't want nothing too spicy, but neither here nor there. Let's get into this platter. Did I get a spoon? I hope I got a spoon. I need a spoon. There we go. Boom. I mean, technically, there's a pita that comes. You get a half a pita with the wrap, so I might just do that with the hummus because what am I supposed to just eat it with my thumb? What is this? The Zohan? You ever watch the Zohan? I'm sorry. I'm gonna say anyway. The movie The Zohan, they put hummus on everything. Like they brush their teeth with it. That's why I said that. Anyway, let's get into this platter real quick. Got the rice, the basmati rice. I got the mix, so there's Euro meat as well as chicken on here. Get that. Drool already. They do a nice platter. They do a nice platter. What I really like from them, I'll do the lettuce. Right here under the white sauce, there's like these sauteed onions that go really nice with the rice and everything. Now, I've had a lot of halal platters. This is probably one of the first ones I've had in this area, outside of the city. So it is near and dear to me, being real. They've got a few locations, and I think they do really good food. If you ask me the difference between this and Halal Guys, this tastes more homemade than Halal Guys in my opinion. So I think this is better. Is this the best platter you can get in the area? No. Is it one of them and they're very consistent? And you know what you're getting, and you're going to get good food every time you go there? For me, yes. It's a contested thing around me. The chicken's always flavorful. I have personally saw the back of the restaurant where they prepare the food. Everything is done by hand, by scratch, the whole 9 yards. And it's because I've witnessed it, I feel a little better. It's not dirty back there. Again, like I said, I've spoken to the guy who owns the place, all of them, a few times. And no, he does not pay me to do this. I went there and bought my own damn food. But I've always liked them. I think they're very consistent. And I think the platter's good. To me, I know people like to fight about it. It's weird too much. I like it. I would give this a 9 out of 10. I do enjoy it. Also, something I really enjoy from them. I've told him this, and I'm going to tell y'all too. Their wings are some of the better wings you can get from anywhere. I think you pay $8 for 5 wings. W. You already know wing prices are crazy. So let me grab me a drum. Grab me a drum. I got the honey barbecue. I didn't want spicy for some reason today, but they do have some really spicy wings on there. Anyway. It's good, man. It's a good wing. It is a meaty wing. It's a well-cooked wing. Again, these are not spicy at all. So I got honey barbecue. But they got a nice sweetness on their barbecue sauce. You can taste the honey. And yes, I'm dipping these in white sauce instead of ranch, just to see, because I never did it. I just want to see something. That's kind of a W. Y'all should try this. Somebody hear me out. What if we made the same way you season the platters? You did it on a chicken wing, and then use the white sauce as a drip. I think that'll bang. I'll be having ideas. I'm fat. But truthfully, it's one of them weird, you want to eat cheap but you want to eat out kind of things. I'll grab a tissue real quick. Type of food hack. $8 for 5 wings these days is like a steal. These days I pay $12. I paid $14 for 5 wings. And you get big wings. So do with that if you must, but I do find those wings really good. Are they the greatest wings you'll ever have? Again, no. It's a place that does halal platters. But at the same time, I've always enjoyed these wings. 8.5 out of 10 wings. Let's get into this wrap. So I got a pita. So it should be open face, but I overstuffed the hell of mine. Because you can add whatever condiments or whatever toppings that you want. So I forgot what I got on here because they have one of them little touchscreen kiosks. And when you give me a kiosk, it's just bad news for everybody. So I know I got Green Blast on here, which is like their like spinach, kale kind of blend that they have. Yeah, this thing is massive. Look at this. I got falafel as well as, I think, that's a lot of Green Blast, bro. They probably mad as hell. This is the greenest of Green Blast type of stuff that I probably ever got. Ton of white sauce. And it's somewhere under here. Here you go. Here, I'm gonna lift up some of this, turn this up a little bit. Move this back. It's a lot of leaves, bro. So look. You wouldn't eat that? I guess it's just me. Falafel, chicken, and gyro meat. All inside of a pita that's holding on for dear life. I also have to say this. They changed their Green Blast. They used to be much better. It used to have more of a saute to it, where this is more raw. There's a slight saute to it now. And I'm not the biggest fan of it. I can't even put this down. Damn. I think it's messy, but I need a drink. Sometimes places go like in different directions, and I don't really vibe with it. But if people enjoy the raw version, that's on you. Personally, it used to have more of like a sauteed spinach kind of vibe to it. And I noticed like the last 2 or 3 times that it doesn't have that same thing. So I don't know if I'll ever order it again. Damn, this thing's falling apart. I overstuffed the hell of this. Look at this. That's on me. I ain't got no complaints. Because bless their heart, they saw the order and they tried. As far as the flavor goes, it's on point. That Green Blast kind of turned me off. I'm still going to eat it, but I can't really eat it with my hands, as you can see, so I'm probably going to use a fork. But overall, it's still good. Just not what I remember. The Green Blast used to hit different. So I got to take a little off. Everything else still is on point. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Let's see what the hummus is hitting for. I used to really, really like their hummus, so got the tahini in the middle, and the chickpeas, a little bit like the spicy sauce. I had hummus yesterday too, which is crazy. That's still really good. Like I said yesterday, the chickpeas taste different because yesterday I think there were white beans. At least from what I could tell. This also was a lot spicier. I mean spicier like a heat level. because of those spicy chickpeas on it. But their hummus is really good. Again, my only issue with this much hummus, you got to give more than one pita. Because at that point, or make the hummus smaller and have them pay less. Because there's not enough to eat even half of this. But I really like their spicy chickpeas. I used to put it on the wrap. And I think from now on, when I get this wrap that fell apart, I'm going to get the chickpeas on it instead of the green blast. Which, we move. Still overall, I think it's really good. This hummus is as good as I remember it. Which is up there. I just think it's more of a consistency thing. And this place is always super consistent with how my food comes. So, I give it an 8 out of 10. Still like it. Anyway, back to this. I watched today. For people who don't know, Winnie the Pooh is now in public domain, which means people can use the rights to Winnie the Pooh as long as it doesn't have to do with the Disney version. In other words, like the red shirt, some of the peripheral things around it, but you can use the name Winnie the Pooh now. So they did. And somebody out there in movie land thought, I'm going to take some of this right here. Boom. They thought it would be a tremendous idea to take Winnie the Pooh and make it a slasher film. So I went to watch it. Because if you don't know, I'm a big fan of slasher movies. So I said, okay, let me go see this. When the movie ended, I was hysterically laughing. And not in a good way. Legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I've seen some bad horror movies. This is up there. I can give you the pros in less than a minute. You ready? Number one, the movie didn't waste time getting into the plot. Number two, there were some kills in the movie, if you're a horror movie fan, that were practical and looked pretty good. Number three, they didn't show any previews before the movie. That's it. After that, I got nothing. I'll give you one more since I have spare time. There was a sense of kind of like this hilariousness to the fact that you were watching Winnie the Pooh go off the rails. Like, you would laugh because you're like, you can't believe it's Winnie the Pooh doing this stuff. Or Piglet. Okay. Cons. The costumes are ridiculous. But that was to be expected, so I don't really take much from that because I never expected the movie to be good. I expected to watch a movie that was so bad that it was kind of good, you know, in that way. But it was just bad. The costumes were a little ridiculous. The plot was absolutely ridiculous. In theory, it sounded good, but it wasn't. Very well executed if you wanted it to not make sense. The ending was horrible. The middle was horrible. The cold open wasn't horrible, it was okay. The acting was horrible. Wow. I rolled my eyes at least 50 times watching this movie. I'm not even exaggerating. The movie is only an hour and a half-ish. And there were so many things that happened in the movie that I was like, are you kidding me? Like, would I recommend you go watch this movie? Emphatically no. I wouldn't even really recommend you watch it on Netflix or on a streaming service. None of them. But if you want to, wait till it's free. Do not, under any circumstances, pay anything over $0. Maybe a penny. Okay, anything under $1 is fine. How's that? 99 cents, I can live with that. But not with the tax. If it's 107, no. If I gave you any other plot points, but you would like give away some of the things that happen, which I don't know if somebody wants to see this, so I don't want to spoil anything. But, oh man. Woo. Like, wow. characters were so badly written that I feel bad for the actors for having to act that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was so badly written. There were some things in the movie that were so, like, ridiculous in the point of, like, there's no way a human being would do this in that situation, that I was, like baffled. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't say anything. Like, you know how you watch horror movies and like, you know, the people that are running from the slasher, the killer, whatever you want to call them, are doing things, and you're like, why would you do that? Think about that, but like 1,000 times worse. Like, no human would do some of the stuff that I saw. It was so bad. Like, I wish I could tell you, but I don't want, like, I can't hear. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be rude if somebody wants to see it. This isn't in the movie, but I'll give you, like, a horror movie trope that people say this about, which is true. That's not in the movie. You know how people, when, like, they're running from the killer and they're downstairs and they run up the stairs instead of out the front door, which is, like, right there, and they don't even, like, that kind of stuff? That, but worse. Like, there's no way you're not going to watch this movie and see some of the things that happen and go, what the, are you serious? Like, wow. And it like, it didn't look like it was trying to be stupid. Like, it was so bad. You could see in the crowd when the movie ended, and now the lights turn on and the credits are rolling, that everybody was kind of just like in shock. Like, what the hell did I just watch? It was bad. It's bad. The worst horror movie I've seen in the last year is Jeepers Creepers 4, which is horrendous. This isn't that bad. That movie got a 5 stars. Jeepers Creepers 4 was a 0. It could be a -90 if I could. This was like a .02. Like, it was almost as bad. But what saved it was the fact that it was like Winnie the Pooh. So there was some, and the fact that if you like slasher films, there's like some cool kills in it and stuff. Practical effects, which I like, but also really bad CGI. The lighting was awful. You couldn't see anything half the movie. And like, I can't give away more detail. It was just bad. So the whole point that I'm trying to give you right now is, if you were thinking under any circumstance to spend any money to go to this movie, do not do it. Don't do it. There's no, you could have got a group of high school students to make a better movie than that, write you a better movie. I'm being real. It was bad. So, I don't even think, like, there's no way someone tried. There's no way somebody tried to make that movie. I think it's an experiment to see how many people are stupid enough to go like I am. That's what it was. Yeah. Then he's probably like, yo, I'm gonna make the dumbest movie ever. I'm gonna see how many people are just gonna watch this. I'm not even gonna try to make it make sense. There's no way somebody wrote a movie and then watched it and was like, I want to release this, and came out with that. Like, I kept saying over and over again, and people were laughing because I couldn't hold in, like, it wasn't an inner voice. Like, there wasn't that many people in the theaters, probably maybe like 15, 20. And I couldn't hold it in, so the movie was over, and I got up, and I said, man, that was so bad. And I kept saying it. You know how you're in disbelief and you repeat yourself? I said that was so bad like 50 times, and people were just like laughing because they felt the same way, you could tell. But I'm gonna say it one more time. That was so bad. I wish I could talk to whoever directed that movie and be like, what, like, you wrote that? Like, you and the director, you directed that? You think this looks like, nah. Ain't no way. I don't know. There's no way. Also, all of the characters were English. Like, in it English. In it, bruv. I didn't realize this was like Winnie the Pooh in it, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know it was in it the Pooh. But anyhow, I gotta get that filthy taste out of my mouth in that movie. Oh my goodness. My eyes hurt. Oh, that too. Strobe warnings. Shaky cam. Like, the chase scenes and stuff is like to the point that you almost you get dizzy. They should put a strobe warning out because there's flashing lights and stuff. My goodness. So anybody with that kind of condition or anything like that, just be careful, because you can get vertigo or all kinds of stuff watching that. Epilepsy, whatever you have. But I'm going to get out of here. I got to go wash my eyeballs out with soap. Y'all never heard me do a review that bad. We'll be back, though, tomorrow with more content, man. I love you. Out of hand signs. they made it to YouTube.